Sure, this is recording. Yep, this is good. We're good over there. Well, of course, I'll of course send it everything to you in a few days to confirm. If you can just move a little bit to your right, I'm because my face is in the top right. That's perfect. You can even go a little bit back to the left. This is great. Yeah, just dead center is perfect. All right, and how did I just pronounce your full name? Just to make sure I'm not making a mistake. Donna Griffit. Uh, all right, I think we can get started. Donna Griffith, thank you so much for joining me. How are you? Well, we're going to talk soon about how actually during COVID you accelerated your business to over 150% growth. But we're gonna leave that to the later half of the conversation because I'd like to start off with your journey, Donna. You're a worldwide known storyteller. You've helped thousands of entrepreneurs, founders, CEOs, executives work through their stories, and the way that you are saying it is to turn raw data into something meaningful and magical that others buy into and engage with. It's never been more relevant than today, and I think that as I'm watching the world unfold, especially in terms of politics and entrepreneurship, it's all about storytelling and it's all about framing. But let's go from the beginning. Donna, who are you? I love that. Polisher of diamonds. Why is it so hard? It's telling a story. You start off with the beginning, then you have a middle and an end. You put a conflict in the middle, and then you finish with a Hollywood happy ending. Right, right. Wow. And obviously, when you're meeting these different founders and executives, you're meeting them across all different stages of their life cycle, right? From very early stage to very late stage. And I'm sure that the messaging is also different in how they convey. Some of them is more data driven, some of that is more dreamlike, and let's go on a journey of what the future could hold for the world, right? Right. Sure. 100%. So, Donna, you start off your life orthodox. At 16, you know what you're going to be doing with your life. Walk me back to your childhood. I have to understand, how does one become an expert storyteller to the point where they're working with thousands of entrepreneurs and executives? Yep. Drama therapy? What's drama therapy? Well, right. Craigslist. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. So, going back to startup stories, walk me through what a meeting with you would be like. So, if I'm coming in and I'm saying, Donna, I have this big thing that I have to do. I have to raise capital. I have to go give a keynote about my product. I have a sales pitch to this crazy company. What does our engagement look like? What does it mean to work with a storyteller? Yeah. Right. Yeah. 2 hours. So people work for weeks on slide decks and presentations, iterating, getting feedback from so many different people. These are, sometimes these are the make or break moments for the company, right? If I'm taking my slide deck and I have an opportunity to pitch in front of a top tier VC, this is pretty much my moment of glory, right? Not just for the startup, but also as me as a founder. This is a chance to position ourselves. How do you get this done in 2 hours? Because you're not necessarily an expert in their field. You don't necessarily know these people personally. Right. That makes sense. Right. And what is the feedback loop? So you send them off, they take the slide deck. Do they come back, update? How Right, right, right. Sure. Wow. Wow. Sure. 100%. So, of course. Of course, but so you've got to see over the past years the industry of storytelling, and this is a very unique perspective, I think, because as an entrepreneur or as an executive, you really get to see one story unfold over and over in front of different people over a life cycle. You get to see thousands of different stories unfold at different stages across years. What has the industry changed at all? Are the expectations different about storytelling from, let's say, 10 years ago? Right. Yep. 100%. Right. So COVID hits. You mentioned that you look back in 2008, a recession that you went through, and now you've managed to make some changes in order to accelerate your business in a time when you don't even get to meet face to face with those that you're helping tell their story. And to me, it sounds so. There's so much humanity and so much personality in storytelling. And I'm sure that when you're sitting in a room with somebody, this energy and this chemistry, it's part of the process, right, of understanding each other, and yet you manage to even accelerate your business. Tell me about that. Yeah, yeah, really, yeah, wow, yeah, right, wow, amazing. Yep, right. People nibbled. Amazing, Donna. I have to say, I mean, it's amazing to me how people work so hard on such amazing technologies for so long, and sometimes it boils down to a few minutes. It boils down to a 2 minute pitch or a 5 minute pitch or even an hour pitch, and you're trying to sum up a work of years in a 10 minute presentation, and at the end, it's almost, I think, an analogy to people go to the gym 3 times a week, 4 times a week to work on their body so much. People don't really put too much effort most of the time on their minds and training their minds, whether it be better sleep quality, better food, psychology, whatever. And I think that it's similar thing here, and I think that the work that you're doing is just so incredible, and I can't wait to work with you as well when I have my own startup and my own projects. But before we leave, then I want to thank you for being I want to thank you for being so generous with your time. I need three words that you would use to describe yourself. Yeah. Getting shit done. I love it. Yep. I love that. I love that. Donna, toda rabba. Thank you very, very much. This is just wonderful. Bye bye. Really, really wonderful. Thank you. I'll send it to you as soon as we have it. This was just phenomenal. So I'm stopping the recording now on the Zencaster. It'll take it about a minute or two to upload. So just don't close the Zencaster yet. Um, you'll see on the website that it's uploading. So it might take it a couple minutes. You'll see that now it's at 3%, but it's not recording anymore. So you can just leave it open a little bit. Wonderful. And I'll send it to you as soon as we have it. I think within a couple days. Well, I'm leaving I'm in California now and I'm going back to Israel. My girlfriend just got clearance to come to Israel through a program. So I'm going to Greece for 2 weeks for a quarantine and then from Greece to Israel. Yeah, I'm going with my dog just in a house on the ocean and so it's 6 hours north of Athens, next to Thessaloniki. There's a little bay, and it's a nice village where there's like houses right on the beach. So it's like very secluded. So Thessaloniki is the airport that you fly into, and then about an hour away there's a bay with a village of just houses. Like each house is 100 meters away from the other. Very secluded, perfect for quarantine. Yep. Amazing. Wow. It's just a beautiful place. Beautiful place. Wonderful. Dana, toda rabba. I'll send it to you in a few days. Thank you again for doing this. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.